Hello Nigerians, it's Debbie and welcome to another Vox Pop on the beautiful street of Abuja. Today, we will discuss subsidy removal and whether Nigerians are ready to cope with the effects of subsidy removal. As we all know, a subsidy is the benefits given by the government to groups or individuals, usually in the form of a cash payment. The goal of subsidy is to aid or support what are deemed to be key parts of the economy or national infrastructure and helps to reduce the prices of production and manufacturing, leading to a fall in the investment or production cost of business. Removal of subsidy means the reduction or elimination of government incentives on certain goods or services. Subsidy removal, without spending of the associated savings, would increase the national poverty level and could cause inflation, reduce economic welfare, halt economic growth, and reduce household income and make firm less competitive. I'll be talking to some persons to know whether Nigerians are ready to cope with the effects of subsidy removal. Come with me.
Jerry Tani.
My name is Miss David.
Yusuf Dantala.
My name is Suleiman Muhammad.
Zainab.
Thank you very much.
Your name?
Well, I'm Pastor Jerry Tani.
Are you familiar with the concept of fuel subsidy in Nigeria?
Partially.
Okay.
Partially.
I just want to ask, are Nigerians ready to cope with the effects of subsidy removal?
It all boils down to, people have to understand it. When you have the understanding of it, the benefits that are associated with it, if there are advantages, then the issue of coping may not really be an issue. People will be able to make adjustments to cope. Why? Because they are able to see benefits, they are able to see the advantages that are associated with it. But once they can't see that it's going to be beneficial for them, they're going to derive some advantages from it, then they may not even want to accept it in the first place, talk more of coping with it. Well, personally, if you ask of my view, I don't really believe in the subsidy, because the real essence of it is like being abused. The essence of the subsidy is to be able to get ease, but at the end of the day you discover that this thing is being subsidized. A lot of monies are being lost by government. Subsidy means that governments will have to come in to maybe some things, that taxes and all of that ought to have been paid by operators within these oil sectors. Government will have to give them some kind of tax holidays, take it off from them, so that the essence is that they will find it very easy to be able to make this product available to Nigerians. But at the end of the day, you discover that these things are done by government with a very good intention. But these people, these barons in the oil sector, will just hijack their money and use it for their own personal interest. And then at the end of the day, the effect is not trickling down to the benefit of the entire nation.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name?
My name is Miss David.
Okay. Are you aware of the current fuel subsidy?
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay. Are Nigerians ready to cope with the effects of subsidy removal?
So, by the grace of God, we'll be able to cope. If we can cope during this cashless situation, I believe we will be able to come out of it.
It is not new that the country spent 400 billion naira monthly on petroleum subsidy. Have you imagined the impact it will make if channeled into other sector?
Oh, if it is channeled into other sector, at least it will improve Nigeria in another different dimension. That's my belief.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Your name?
Yusuf Dantala.
Are you aware of the fuel subsidy in the country?
Yes, I'm aware of the fuel subsidy in the country.
Are Nigerians ready to cope with the effect of subsidy removal?
That depends on the government and how the economy is being fine-tuned in order to see that the citizens do not face much hardship. Because as I understand what subsidy is all about is subsidizing petroleum, not just fuel but petroleum products, for the populace or the citizens to be able to afford it, so that there will be not much hardship. But if the government now remove it, well, that means they have to get another means or mechanism on ground in which there will be such a way that the hardship will be reduced on the part of the citizens.
It is not new that the country spent 400 billion naira monthly on petroleum subsidy. Have you imagined the impact it will make if channeled into other sectors?
Well, it will go a long way if really such money is being channeled judiciously in those sectors of the economy in order to reduce hardship on the citizens, because it will go, just as I say, it will go a long way in reducing the hardship, because those other sectors that are facing neglect in terms of finance, finance, they will be revamped.
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome.
Your name?
My name is Suleiman Muhammad.
Are you familiar with the first subsidy?
Of course I am.
Okay, are Nigerians ready to cope with the effect of subsidy removal?
How do you expect we should cope? How? When you know that the economic is something that one have to, is not finding very familiar. How can we cope up with? You understand me? So in fact, the federal government just have to sit down. Even though they want to do it, they should find a means to cushion the effect. Because if you look at, you see the younger ones, the youth are not having, there's no even job. How many of the youth have job? Sure, you get me? And although first subsidy of a thing is a welcome development, it's good in other way around. Because according to federal government, they said they give and they are not seeing. And that is why they want to remove it, so that people, they will know that this is where their money is going, and any person that is interested of bringing oil should go and bring it. But aside from that, the federal government have to look for a way so that we can be able to cope up with the hardship, because I have to say it's hardship. Why? Because a lot of people whom doesn't have work to do, they will definitely find it very difficult. You understand me? Look at somebody that is coming from Masaka, Maraba, all these axes. They are not in the metropole, the satellite town. Even there is no fuel, removing of fuel. How do you find it easy for the transportation fare? Talk more of you removing. The thing will skyrocket.
It is not new that Nigeria spent 400 billion naira monthly on subsidies. Have you imagined the impact the money would make if channeled into other sectors?
Of course. In fact, if you look at Nigeria, the youth are more, and the youth doesn't have money. But don't forget the fact that if they channel that 400 billion to some sectors, definitely those that doesn't have work to do, definitely they will have work. Because you see, like I told you at the initial, that removing fuel subsidy is not bad according to how it's been spelled out to the society. But the problem is that you have to find a way. Sure, you get me? At least, like maybe some sectors, you understand me? Like all this our, what is the name? All this our Ajakuta steel. If you inject that money on Ajakuta steel, you understand me? Definitely it will absorb millions of Nigerians. Look at the Arewa, Texas, at Kaduna. If you inject such money, it will, in fact, it will bounce the economic, and it will make people. Why do we have all this crisis? A hungry man is an angry person. And if you look at the youth, do you know that women cannot even marry? Because the youth that they are going to marry them, do they have anything doing? No. So that is why I said federal government have to sit down. In fact, to me, before removing it, they should sit down and come up with a measure, so that immediately when they remove it, one will not find it very difficult. We will find it very easy. You understand me? So that is just the irony. Injecting it in other sector is a welcome development, and we should be sincere. Those that they will entrust that money, they should inject it. You understand me? If at all they will. I think.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name, please.
Zainab.
Are you aware of the first subsidy in the country?
Yeah, partially. I'll do.
Are Nigerians ready to cope with the effects of subsidy removal?
Well, I wouldn't say much about it because it's sort of like an issue that we have been like having for a very, very long time in the country. Don't to even talk about like how long, and I don't know. It's something that I would say it's the fault of the government, and we literally can do nothing about it because even if we protest, it's still not going to change anything. So we either can adjust to it or find a new way to like cope with everything that's happening, because literally as Nigerians, yes, we have the right to say no, but even after saying no, nothing can be done. That's just
It is no longer in news that the country spends 400 billion naira monthly over petroleum subsidy.
Yes.
So have you imagined the impact it will make if the money is being channeled into other sector?
Yeah, it will make a lot of impacts, like a huge impact, of course, but especially in the, let's say, health sector, education, roads. It will a lot, but we all know that it won't be channeled to anywhere now. So we just sit here and like watch what happens.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, ma'am.
It is less than 60 days to the end of the present administration. Many persons have reacted to the $800 million grant secured by the federal government of Nigeria from the World Bank under the National Social Investment Program as part of the palliative measures to mitigate the negative effects of the planned removal of the petroleum subsidy by June 2023. It is not new that the country spends 400 billion naira monthly on petroleum subsidy. In general, subsidy removal should be carefully planned and implemented, taking into account its potential impact on different stakeholders and the overall economy. Thank you for your time. Do well to follow all our social media platforms. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you so much.